folks, today I want to talk to you about some more about the Baofeng UV5R minis. Now these two were sent to me by the good folks at Radioddity for evaluation, and I wanted to spend a little more time with these to give them a thorough shakedown, if you will, in compared to the TID Radio H3. This is the plus version, and the functionality is about the same. You couldn't go wrong with either one of them except for one feature. Now this is the factory antenna, and something I came across real quick. I've watched this.
On the lower 70s. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tuesday night, mostly cloudy.
Now you say, what's so special about that? Well, I'm inside, and I typically can't get a weather radio to work in this building without an external antenna. And I programmed the TID Radio H3 with its weather channel. There's the volume. It picks up nothing. So let me show you that again. This one's connected. Okay. Weather, no bueno. All the way up volume. Here's a TID radio, or excuse me, the H3 Baofeng UV5R mini.
On the slight showers likely with a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in chance of rain 60%.
Now is it just this one? Let's try the other one.
Channel mode. On. By the end of the week and continue into next weekend. The spotter information statement for North and South.
So that was with the stock antenna. Now I've tried a bunch of different H3s. Here's a regular H3, not an H3 Plus. It's got my favorite super long antenna on it. They all do the same thing. The TID radios that I have will not pick up the weather channel inside. The Baofeng's UV5R minis will pick up the weather channel perfectly inside. So that's something to consider, a difference. And these two, hang on a second. This is the UV5R mini that I purchased with my own cashola, and it was the clear version, and I wanted something different because all my radios are this color. I wanted something different. And these two that the folks at Radioddity sent me are even different. This one they call amber, and you can see it's kind of amber. It's translucent, and the light hits it just right. You can definitely see that it is translucent and amber. This one they call crystal. It kind of looks the same, not really. Here's a conventional black one. Here's their crystal one. Now the interesting thing is when the light hits it just right in certain places, it kind of illuminates a bluish color. So that's kind of cool. If you wanted something a little different than the standard black, but maybe not amber or maybe not clear, might want to go to Radioddity's website and pick up a pair of these. They sell them in 2-packs for 40 something bucks. I don't know the exact number, 40 something bucks. And I mean, why not? I'm going to put one in in a box in the trunk of my wife's car, so she would have it. Not that she would use it, but it would be there for her. Or if I'm in her car, it would be there for me. So, you know, for the price, get the 2-pack. Good grief. Now, I've had some questions about what would be a good radio for a new ham. And the UV5R Mini is not a bad choice. Um, I know technicians class who got into ham radio. They bought an expensive radio. They uh, learned all about it and then set it down and never touched it again ever and let their license expire. So there's always that possibility that if you're a new ham and you're getting into ham radio, that once you get into it, you might lose interest. So I would recommend one of these for a first radio. Um, you can learn to program it. You can program it with your phone. You can program it with Chirp. You can program it with their CSP program. You can learn how to program from the keyboard. You can get on repeaters. You can do simplex. You can do a lot of stuff with one of these things to learn, because there is a learning curve to learn inexpensively and then buy something a little better. Here's a Yaesu. Okay, this one's a little bit more expensive. It does digital wires X, and so to begin with, this is not a bad radio. And again, I want to thank the folks at Radioddity for sending me these for evaluation. And I would not have learned about the issue with the TID Radio's weather channel reception had I not been playing more with the TID Radio H3, the UV5R minis. So these are the ones. You can get either color. I think that, like I said, I think they come in a 2-pack. But consider that. Again, if you want the weather channel on your HT, these are the way to go. That's it for now.